All right, chapter 8. Here we are. I hope you finished chapter 7. Finished chapter 7 quiz. Let's keep going, guys. We don't have a lot of time, right? Already, we are in chapter 8. We'll be finished soon. All right, so, hi team. All right, what is the topic today? The topic, if you look at these words here, maybe you can tell me. What is it? Fever, pulse, sneeze, symptoms, cough, medicine. You know, right? The topic is sickness, illness, going to the doctors, going to the pharmacy, things like that, right? So, this is great to talk about because of the COVID situation. So now we can talk about what are your symptoms? Do you have a cough? Do you have a sore throat, a runny nose, a fever? These are all kinds of symptoms. All right, right? You guys know this. So nice, important words to know, especially when you're sick and especially because of COVID. So guys, write down these words in Korean. If you don't know what they are, write it down and then write them into the blank spaces. There's 15 words, 15 questions. All right, so write that down and we will check it in the class time. What is the grammar? It is 해야 한다. You should, you have to, you must. You need to. Did I say have to? You could. You don't have to. Okay? Easy. All right. So, guys, let's take a look at this. Again, not too difficult, but a little bit more difficult than chapter 7, which was can, right? So easy. All right, so let's come down here and let's look at the grammar. So we have two types of situations that we use these words, okay? We have suggestions and we have obligations. Suggestions and obligations. Now, suggestion in Korean, let me see if I can write this. Make sure I get it right. Is it 제안? Right? That's suggestion in Korean, right? Or advice. I'm giving my advice. Like, you should do this. I think you should do this. Or you could do this. Or I think you need to do this. All right? Obligation is stronger than a suggestion, right? So obligation is you have to, you must, you need to, you had better. All right, these are obligations, right? So what is that in Korean? I think all right, so that is obligation, guys. So I hope I got those right. So these are the kind of situations we can use 해야 한다, right? Same in Korean, same in English. So subjects, modal verbs, and verbs. All right, these modal verbs change the use of the main verb. Right, how the main verb is understood is depending on the modal verb. Okay, so you should go, you should eat, you should exercise, you should drink, you shouldn't play all night and not sleep. You shouldn't watch Netflix until 2 a.m. in the morning. You mustn't drink too much alcohol, all right? Whatever it is. I know from the midterm test, many of you love your soju and beer. Many of you. All right, so guys, not difficult, like I said. We just need to remember a few words to use for 제안 and 의무, right? So what do we have here? First one, 긍정, 부정, yes, no, WH. So positive statements I should eat healthy food. Yes, you should. You should do this. Should is a suggestion. You should eat healthy food. You don't have to, all right? 안 먹어도 괜찮아. If you don't eat it, it's okay. You don't have to. But my 제안, my suggestion, you should do it. All right? I must exercise tonight. Okay? Now, guys, must is usually an obligation, right? You must do your homework. You must submit your assignment. You must there's so many musts that we must do. Pay your taxes. You must do lots of things, right? But sometimes must is a strong 제안. It's a strong suggestion, strong advice. I must exercise tonight because if I don't exercise tonight, then I don't have time on another day. So it's like a really strong, like, suggestion. I should do this. I must do this tonight. Okay, so must can be a strong suggestion or an obligation. Okay, all right, so what about negative? All right, negative sentences, we have same thing here, guys. Subject, modal verb, not. 동사. All right, so I shouldn't drink a lot. What is shouldn't, guys? We know should is a suggestion, so this is a suggestion, right? You shouldn't drink too much alcohol, okay? But if you drink a lot, it's your choice, okay? You must not eat that, okay? So maybe this is a really, again, strong suggestion, or maybe it's an obligation. Right, you mustn't eat that. Maybe it's something. Sometimes you buy new shoes, right, or new clothes or a jacket, and it has those little chemical packets inside, right? The little square little packet says "Do not eat," must not eat, don't eat. That is very important obligation. Don't do that. Okay. Okay. What else do we have? Yes, no questions, guys. Yes, no questions. Again, how do we make yes, no questions? It's always the same. We just change our 주어 and our 동사. But here we have a modal verb, so we swap it round. So we've got subject, modal verb, subject. All right, and we just changed it round the other way. Okay, so what do we have? Modal verb, subject, verb. All right, should I go? All right, can I? Well, not can I? Could I borrow? All right, must I take the test? All right, do I need to? Do I have to do something? Okay, so guys, you see here we have do and does when we use have to and when we use need to. Okay, so these are some small details you need to remember. Okay, if we use have to and if we use need to, then we need to do, need to go, need to play. All right, so this we need to couple with do and does. Okay, so example again, have to, need to, all right, she has to, right? Remember, guys, if it have to, I have to, you have to, he has to, she has to, they have to, we have to, all right? Make sure you got the right couple, all right? So she has to, let's see, submit her homework online. Okay, she has to submit her homework online. This is a positive statement, right? She has to do it. Okay, but if I want to say make a question, I need to use does. All right, so does she have to, all right, does she have to submit her homework online? Okay, and again, guys, when we make a question, we just use have to, right? Does she have to? Do they have to? Do I have to? Okay, not does she has to. Okay, we only use has to or she has to when we're using a positive sentence, all right, a positive statement, all right, we use has. Okay, just remember that, very, very important. All right, guys, so what about need to? If I want to write need to, same thing, all right. He needs to go to the hospital, all right, because he's very sick. Question, does he need to go to the hospital? Okay, it's the same. Okay, and it's a question, right? So these both should be questions. Okay, all right, guys. So not difficult, a little tricky, but things you should remember when we're using need to and have to. Okay, you have to, you don't have to. Okay, now, guys. Woo, WH questions. All right, same thing, guys. You just need to add the WH, okay? So here, should I go? We can make that, where should I go? Okay? Where should he go? Okay? What exercise do I need to do? So again, we're using need to and have to. We need to use do. All right? Do and does. All right? So just remember that. Now these are quite easy, guys. Hopefully. All right? Should, have to, must, need to. Not too difficult. Okay? But there is one expression, there is one phrase that many people find very difficult. Okay? Now, again, if we, let's just clean a little bit here. Just clean all this. All right? So we've got negative. Must not, shouldn't. No problem, right? You mustn't, you shouldn't. That's fine. But what about if we say you don't have to go to school? You don't have to go to school. Okay? Now, many students make a big mistake here, guys. This is so easy, but it sounds a little bit difficult. Okay? You don't have to go to school means if you go to school, all right, there's two things here. This is what it means. If you go to school, it's okay. Also, if you don't go to school, it's okay. All right. So don't have to, guys. Don't have to means free choice. Okay. Don't have to. Let me just make sure we know this. Don't have to or don't need to means free choice. Okay, now we're going to check this a little bit later, but please remember this, guys. All right? If I say, you don't need to eat this, all right? So, an mogodo kintana, you don't need to eat it. An kado kintana, you don't need to go, all right? If you don't go, kintana, it's okay. All right, this is very easy, right? Right, hopefully. Okay, now let's just go down because everything is here written again. Okay, so this is everything in a chart, all right, in a table. Suggestions, all right, what did we say suggestion is? 제안, right? So, could, should, ought to. These are kind of getting stronger, 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 all right? So this is could, a little bit stronger, should, a little bit stronger is ought to, okay? And same for negative, you shouldn't, you ought not, okay? These are basic ones. There are more, but these are basic ones you need for this class, okay? 의무, obligation, you must, you have to, you need to. This is negative, you must not, all right? So that means don't do it. 안 돼요, don't do it, all right? Very simple. But if we want to use need to and have to, then it's a little bit different because don't have to and don't need to and can all mean free choice. Okay, so one more time, guys, if we write 3 sentences, all right, you should take some medicine. You must take some medicine. You don't have to take some medicine. Okay, so 3 sentences, guys. 제안, 의무, free choice. Okay, so last one, free choice. If you eat it, if you take medicine, 괜찮아. If you don't take it, 괜찮아. 약간 먹어도 괜찮아. All right? All right. I hope you understand. This should be quite easy now. All right, so let me just clean this, guys. All right, so that is 해야 한다. All right, you need to do it, you should do it, and then we have don't do it, not don't do it, you shouldn't do it, you must not do it, and then free choice, you don't have to, you don't need to, or you can. Okay. There is one more here, guys, that we didn't talk about is you had better. Okay, you had better. This is like I'm telling you, you better do this. If you don't do this, 안하면 there's a 결과, there's a consequence. Okay, so this is like a really strong, like if you don't submit your homework, you will fail. So you had better submit your homework, right? If you don't take this medicine, you will get very sick. So you had better take this medicine. Otherwise, 결과, right? There's a bad consequence for you. Very strong. You can use it. So what do you need to do, guys? You need to write down 10 sentences. Okay? 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. All right? All day. Or is it 8? Maybe it's 8. How many you got? 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, 10. All right, so you've got free choice as well. Okay? So look at the guide, guys. Look at this. Look at the guide up here. Everybody can do this. Write down 10 sentences. Okay? Says here, you should speak more in class. This is 제안, suggestion. Positive 제안, all right? You should do this. Negative, you shouldn't do this, all right? You shouldn't come late to class, all right? Positive obligation. You have to bring your book to class. You have to. If you don't, then you cannot do the work, all right? Negative, this is 실수. This is wrong. Dang, that's not negative. All right, negative, guys, should be must not. You must not. Dung, dung, dung. Okay? So again, whatever you want, guys. You must not eat more cheese. Right? I don't know why it says that. It's strange. Let's do a different one. You must not eat. Let me see. You must not eat. No, still eat. Eat's boring. You must not drive without a license. All right, you mustn't drive without a license. Right? Otherwise, you go to jail. Okay, so there we go. And then last one, guys, is free choice. All right, remember, it's your choice. This is also cheese. So what is this? You should eat more cheese. Why? Why are we eating cheese? Don't eat cheese, guys. Don't eat too much cheese. Cheese is great. I love cheese. My baby loves cheese. All right. Free choice. You don't have to. You don't have to, or you don't need to. Right? Remember, it's free choice. Okay, so you don't have to go or come to my party. All right? You don't have to come. You come, that's okay. You don't come, it's okay. All right? You don't need to. All right? You don't need to. You don't need to take an umbrella outside. Okay? You don't need to take an umbrella outside. It's not raining now. It's okay. You don't need to take an umbrella. All right? So guys, that is Heyahanda. All right? Nice and easy. So guys, we will finish the rest of this in class. Remember, as always, do these 10 sentences and do the 15 words up here. And also remember to do the quiz. All right, guys. Have a great day. I will see you in class. Bye-bye.